this is the trip that the Mort family did. So they came from the airport, which is over there. Then they went down this highway. We drove here. We went that way. Then we saw some mansion they looked at around here.
Yeah.
Then we went to my house, which is here. And then they freshened up a little bit. And then that same day we went to Valkenburg, which is about here. We went to the caves and the castles and we looked around there. And then in the evening they were really tired.
Yes.
And then they went back to Brunsum, they went to sleep. And then the next day we went to Maasmechelen.
Yes.
We went to eat Brussels waffle, which is actually Dutch waffle. And then after Maasmechelen, that was in Belgium, we drove back to Netherlands. And then we drove through Netherlands a little bit. Then we crossed the border to Germany, right here's Germany. And we went to Aachen.
Yeah.
And in Aachen we went to look at the dome. And we also eat like something called Stoßenflaken, something like that. I forget. And after Aachen, we went home again, huh? Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We went home. Oh, I forget. After they freshened up the first day,
We regrouped.
also we grouped, and then I forgot. Then we also went to Kerkrade here, where we BS'd our way into the soccer stadium.
Oh yeah.
That we also did.
That's where
That
it
was
was.
really
Good.
cool. So then anyway, from Aachen we went back home, we stayed there, and then after Aachen, the next day, we go to Maastricht.
Maastricht.
So first we went back to the point where Belgium and Holland and Germany get together, which is called Waas. There we stayed, we found this amazing monument that Molly couldn't take her eyes off. We stayed there for about 2 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
After that, we drove off and we went to Margraten, which is a war cemetery, which Scott touched Scott a lot. But yeah, it was also very, very impressive. And after that, we went to Maastricht. There's nothing in Maastricht, but Martha said there was something like a bookstore.
Yes.
So we went to look for the bookstore. Nobody ever heard about it, but we found it really hidden in the back of a small church. And it was amazing, Martha. Thank you for that. It was really nice. We looked at some churches, we looked at some buildings, and that
We had ice cream.
we had ice cream, yes. We did more there, and then I
We
think.
had Oosterhoffen. What's that food? Ausmetter.
Oh yeah, they find out Outsmeter. That's not a turnover bee, but it's 2 eggs with ham, cheese, and bread. And that evening we went back home for regroup to Brunsum. And then the next day we decided for go feed the bears in Germany. So we took off again towards this direction, and here's the zoo. We fed the bear, and then after the zoo we were hungry, so we decided to go eat about here, some Austrian-looking village, and that's where Molly and Scott decided for venture into Germany on their own. So we took them back to Brunsum, and then about 5 minutes later, I dropped them in the station in Heerlen, where they took the train towards Aachen, Herzogenrath here, which has a full story, and then they head off towards here. This is Cologne about. They stayed there for 2 days, and after that they went to Düsseldorf, which is about here. And after Düsseldorf, they loved it. That subway. They came back, and they went back to Herzogenrath, where I picked them up in the afternoon. And then we went back to Brunsum, and in Brunsum we went to eat at Canadian Corner. And from Canadian Corner, we went to Hoedbroek, the castle, which you will find
Ta-da!
right here.
Ah,
And that's the whole trip.
oh, all right. Thank you, Marcel.